More than their fair share of damage, my word. Carrigan now with softened up targets ahead, not actually able to find anything. It's Poison to deal with him. Frozen almost getting that trade, but not quite. Damage has been done. All these nades have been thrown, and the first two nades look stellar, but these next two that have gone out, you don't really have anything to show for if you're Mousesports, and all this utility is now gone. So, it's the mode out. Yeah. But it feels like they're going to. Obo's left the apartments, and so giving up all that control means complexity. They're going to go for this B play. They do check the boost. They do deal with Frozen. Obo, Poison, and Config all getting kills in a matter of moments. And so this is going to be the round going in favor of complexity.
You know, player can let two players cross, get all that information, see the bomb, and then take 2-3 kills.
Bit of damage done, but still no kills. And CT control taken here by complexity. Woxic in this smoke, and he's trying to play around with it, but to no avail. Bomb plant found, and a 4-on-3 in the post plant. Poison, there we go. He does get it eventually. I don't really know how, but he does.
4-0 up. And I think it's good to see them feeling confident on Inferno, right? This has been a...
Oh, that nade does a lot of damage into top mid, but Robs is going to get out of there. He's kind of realized what's coming his way, and complexity, they have really kicked this round up a notch. Now, in amongst all of this, Woxic's got aggressive into the apartment. Frozen's pushed down the bottom of mid, so Mousesports, they know what's going on. They know what's coming their way, but it's not helped them in the grand scheme. Thankfully, that kill from Woxic and the follow-up has now put it in their advantage. And Mousesports might be about to get their first round here and now. Blame F in the clutch, and he's not able to find Woxic up in the apartments. This fast apps play in international lineups towards like this stage of his career. And Carrigan going aggressive down through mid in this round. Actually only good for one. I thought he was going to chain together a little bit more, but somehow Config is just doing a great job of overstaying his welcome down here at Banana. Now there is Chris J hidden close, but Chris J is trapped by that. Oh my goodness! Config only had 2 shots left in the AK, and he puts up the kill. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to go anywhere near him right now. Config is in scary CS mode. We haven't seen this from him in a while. Look, he's looking for even more. Woxic, don't go around the corner. Please, I beg of you. Config's not in the mood to miss right now. He's on 3, and this 4th has just been delivered to him. On for the ace. Robs is going to go save, so probably not going to give it over. But this is a...
Well, that was Crims at Pro League Finals last year. This is in regulation, I'm pretty sure. And then Config did 47.
It's curious. They definitely could have tried splitting B, but with no banana control, they just decide to commit to A, and they try and run the gauntlet here. Rush is going to deal with Robs, but there's only 7 seconds left. This bomb has got to get planted, and it's got to get planted now. Woxic could deny the entire round, and it's the no-scope through the smoke that makes it so. Blame F even going down after time.
And that is everything, right? Complexity can't go through it. They know there could be an AWP pit. They have to go back round, and at that point they get hamstringed for time. Now Mousesports have come alive. What is this? A flawless round so far. Blame alone.
I wouldn't want to go out again. I wouldn't want to take that peek again, man. You just... you know who's fired that AWP. You know who's looking at Boiler. Blame F. 1v5, and he does put up the first, but there's the trade. Yeah, looking to pick up the pace and hit him back inside of the site. We're looking at Chris J, Robs, and Carrigan to try and hold the fort. And while they've traded evenly, but they need a little bit more than that out of Chris J now. And he's not able to put up the numbers needed. Still, 0 kills to his name. 0-10 on Chris J, which is a little bit worrying now. Frozen and Woxic left in this 2v3 retake, and it's only Woxic left. This is probably another save here for Mouse. This is fun in this game.
It's certainly a grim reminder of where you're at if you're Mousesports.
Ooh, bit of an exchange for Config. Okay, yeah, I was worried because like last time we saw him kind of looking good over at Banana.
I had my money on him hitting that second shot.
Yeah. It was getting worrying. Obo and Rush and the rest of the gang, though. It's not B. That's not where they're looking to end up. Config was nothing more than a walking, talking, fragging decoy. And boy, now the rootin' tootin' shooting Cowboys over at the A-bomb site for Mousesports kind of beat them to the punch at this A-bomb site. Now, Carrigan has already arrived, so he's back in. And alongside him is Frozen. This is because they've set up Woxic with the AWP at Banana. It allows for this 4-man stack. Now, will these 4 players be ready for the sheer speed, the complexity are dishing out in this round? Because they are already in the pit. They are hidden in this wall of smokes. This is such a confusing round, but somehow, some way, Mouse are looking to come out on top. Now, whether or not it's going to stay that way, we've got to wait and see, but Rops certainly seems to think so. He's left it all on to Blame F, 1v3, and he can't get it done. Mousesports, they recover 6 at the end of the first half. This is still...
They're committing. Smoke's landing. Could use the same one that Cole used against them on the wall side. Blame F dropping 1 though. Obo here as well. Can't connect a couple of shots. The smoke is providing a bit of cover for Mousesports as they fire on through it, hitting the shots and pushing Blame to the back of the bomb site. This is falling apart for Cole. Blame needs to stay alive, but that P250 is lethal and Rops makes good work with it. Rush on his own, been spotted. Plant can come through, and Mousesports at this point, it's a guaranteed round.
Yeah, so this game going to get even closer here with 7 now on the board for Mouse and a pistol going their way. They can look to build upon this to try and tie things up here in the second half. They deal with Rush at the very, very end.
Here, Mousesports have gone quiet. This almost feels obvious from this point for Cole, and they have to play very safe indeed. Util going down. Obo, he's not got many kills, but he's got a lot of util. Would be nice to see some of that thrown out. And the Molotov will land after he takes a kill. Poison drops the bomb, and one by one, Mousesports are just falling apart in this round. They have barely any util. They're walking into a stack. The B fake was not even close, and Complexity just hold the line down to find a 10th round. It's a save for Mousesports.
Counter-terrorists win.
It sounds so ominous. Chris J out in top mid, and he's opened up onto Rush, who now he's just got to sit back in the facility and watch as Obo tries to pick up the pieces. Poison inside of the site with this orb. We've been waiting for him to get rolling. Let's see it now, Poison. Second kill. There's a man on balcony and Poison not ready, but he does get mopped up there by Obo in the site. Woxic and Frozen left in this 2-on-4, and once again, Mousesports, they are set packing. Going to continue in that fashion to the very end of the round. There's a deep smoke in CT, and Frozen's trying to keep an eye on it. 2 players here, make that just 1 as Frozen does strike 1 from the tally. That nade smoke has allowed a man to push up close, and Poison in through the banana will remove.
Even though they are a man down, like these are the ones, the BXX with Cole don't have a stack and they're giving you the site. These are the ones Mousesports need to win.
Oh, and this Molotov has already done a great job of denying this B play. It's cut the offensive in half, and everyone's just hung out to dry at Banana. Blame F. Looked like he was going to get flashed through there, but actually gets whited by his teammate, falls back, and just sets up for the retake. Now, I say retake, that's implying this bomb was ever going to get planted. However, Woxic took it back to Banana and tries to cross now that that smoke has faded. Rops not even given a bomb plant in this one. And a 1v4 with 15 seconds left feels too good to be true, and that's because it probably is. Robs might just want to think about going down at this point, because he's running the risk of dying off the time. Complexity are just holding, knowing that they don't have to peek yet. They swing on him, they give him that 1 kill, they're trying to get it. With it not coming through, it's now a 3-on-3, but they've at least dealt with config inside of B, so a bomb plant is available to Mouse. They've got a chance. Oh, it's not pretty.
Run.
You don't love it. And Woxic gets burnt very, very low, leaving the pool. This is still a scary round for Mouse, even with the bomb planted, because Complexity are here. They've been knocking on the door for a while, and they're kind of sick and tired. They're going to brute force their way in.
Yeah, Rush is really late here trying to clear out Banana, and that's why this is taking so long, but they're going to make contact first with Poison. He swapped out the AWP, and so Mousesports don't know Obo is also here. Rush is spotted, and he gets a kill, doubles up. Rush just wins the round on his own. No util needed.
Everything in. You look at what they've gained for it. Well, they're very much relying on just winning these fights straight up, and Blame F and Rush, they're doing a good job of holding this back right now. Blame F not moving, and a second kill found leaves all the pressure onto Rops in a 1v3.
Yeah, and I don't think he realizes he's killed everyone short side. He was looking at short for a second there, but a plant was available in that clutch. Mousesports might want to recruit him. They need some answers right now. 15 rounds for Cole, looking to take us to Dust 2, push us over the line. Good spray from Blame, but it actually finds nothing. The bullets were there. Mousesports were hiding, flashed out. They will push again off the back of a flash, blinding Cole, but still losing their life, still losing the fight, and still losing the map. Woxic falls last, and that's 16 rounds to complexity on their map pick. 9 for Mousesports. Doesn't feel like nearly enough for Mouse, but they're going to head to their pick at least of Dust 2 moving forward. We're hoping Mouse can show up a little bit more moving into that second, but right now Harry Cole.
Yeah, that's pretty
don't
much
read
all
it,
it is.
man.
I'm not assigning anything to it that it wasn't. Let's go. Up through short for Mouse. We'll lead the defuse kit in the back of our minds. A nice tag on a config. And Frozen deals with him at ramp. Oboe now at long. Tapping down. And ooh, that's a nice kill on a Frozen. Okay. And a follow-up as well from Oboe. All right, so now it's in... Okay, Oboe, on for the ace now. Of course, in the blink of an eye, he's gone from none to 4. From 0 to hero in this round. And it's only Carrigan left. He's flashed off the angle. The bomb is planted for him. But this should be an impossible clutch. And it's Oboe with the ace.
At least when it comes to maps. Bomb is going up middle, 2 players here. It's spotted, and Woxic's going to get wall-banged out. Even though Blame falls back, there's still a second line of defense, and someone else wants to challenge. Config coming in, and he's seen Rox with the bomb as well. Rox looking for the deep shot, does land it, but will get swiftly traded. 4 from Blame in this one, so not quite the ace, but it will do.
From Mousesports in this game, 30 seconds left as they try and get into the site. Molly going to force a man out from the ramp position, but it's actually Poison with his scout at long to deal with Carrigan as he moves into the site. And Poison's getting away with even more damage. A bomb plant will get found here for Mouse at the very, very least. But this scout has already done more than enough, and Poison is continuing to lay down the pain. Config comes in because he doesn't want anyone to forget about him while Poison's popping off like this, and this leaves Rops all alone. This is an undoable round. He knows it. We know it. He's backing out, and the defusers come in for complexity.
I can't think of the last time that I...
Here, Poison's rotated back from Catwalk. A pretty ballsy rotation, all things considered, because there were players for Mouse there. Blame F is listening out for the cat plate, and Poison is here to help rush out of danger. That shot raining on in denies any attempt at the trade from Chris J. The molly is going to force Rush out into the open, but he gets away with a lot of damage before he goes down. And with 20 seconds left...
Well, now that's out the window. Now he wants to hold on to his gun, but Complexity might not let him live. They're going to push. They're going to get close.
And it's clear. Frozen dealing with Poison at long, and it might seem tempting now to rotate back. I think instead they're going to use Rops as a lurk in through B to try and help the bomb, because the bomb is in a spot of bother. Woxic is trapped at Catwalk. And this whole round is hit like a very weird situation. Rops has just bailed Mousesports out in such a big way. At least he believes. With those 2 kills, there's only 1 man left. But Oboe's already in B, and both players here for Mouse. Oboe trying to break them up into 2 1v1s, and he gets his wish, but he's not able to win it out over Rops.
These are the players that survived in the save the other day, but Woxic immediately removed, and that AWP is no longer in play. It's going to get picked up and wall-banged by Chris J. Dear, oh dear. Poison, you don't want to trifle with him. The experience on this man is not to be messed with, and he has at least opened up long, but that's not where Mousesports want to go. Smoke down lower, trying to stay alive in this position is Config, but it's going to be Oboe drawing them in with fight. Trade is good. Config is still here, though, and Chris is not out of the woods just yet. That grenade misses with a flank. Shouldn't. The bomb dropped up top mid. Russell's had a lot of opportunity, but he doesn't want to risk losing this one, and now he's going to pull his knife out and run on the flank. Chris kills him and fakes the death cam towards A. Config ain't falling for it, though, or maybe he is. Giving it due consideration, going to come back towards middle. Good read by Config. He's got the situation under his hand, and he will be able to find it.
Map 2, Big Inferno, as it's called, and it might be a big B rush. There's a lot of Bs in this one, but I don't know where I'm going with that. I tried to tie it in. I tried to tie in a B joke, but it didn't happen. Let's see, buzzing into this B site. It's Oboe holding down the line.
How is it?
Bit of a hive mind, though, as all the rotations have come through from Complexity. Meantime, though, Blame F has to try and hold the line solo, and Frozen does best him. Let's see, up in the window, Poison looking to be the B keeper, trying to keep this one under lock and key, but that molly is not what you wanted. He's actually... Okay, well, maybe that's what you wanted. Down to the 1v1, and Poison versus Frozen. Flash goes over the top. There's still a smoke in the door, and Poison is plagued with the indecision of what gun to commit to this with. Goes with the AK, lines up the shot. Oh, and they are just getting churned up. Obo at the B doors laying down the pain. Does get a Tech 9 pressuring him close. And the rest of the gang are smoked off in mid, but the B players are holding their ground at least right now. A bomb plant is available to Rops at a bare minimum, and that's something for Mousesports to work with. He's retrieved an M4. I don't think it's got any ammo left in it, so he's got to get this done with the Deagle, and he does find the first man in. He's just checked, and yeah, it's empty. Another for Rops, and the Deagle might be all it takes. Rops! What in good name is that? A fourth on the board, Mousesports.
I think it's actually really impressive considering how far this team has come in the few months that it's been here. You know, beating Sprout, Endpoint, Secret, Big, Nordovin, some decent teams in the European region. Of course, teams that you would expect Cole to beat, but you know they've certainly had their problems when they first moved here in Europe at winning those series. And right now, Config knows they could be close with the time that he's peeled away, and he's been peeled away for Rops' benefit. But that timing is unfortunate. Poison pushes as Rops looks to go in on that backstab, and now Mousesports are reduced to 2.
Yeah, they waited all round for Rops to find anything with that flank, and he doesn't. So this gets mopped up there by Complexity. It's 9 for them at the end of the first half, 6 for Mousesports here.
Split for Mousesports. They're all over the place in terms of 3 on the A site. So Chris Shea, he's going to have that first point of contact out long A, and that's going to make things interesting. Rops gets absolutely smashed at the car, and it's only time tells that it takes now Chris Shea as well. Now we've got a bigger problem on our hands. Mousesports already find themselves down 9-6, but this looks like a bomb plant. Big grenade from Kerrigan. Touchdown even. Kobe Bryant in the house. And of course, 3v2. Blame F and Rush just trying to get this bomb planted, Harry.
Yeah, Kerrigan is still a nuisance, still hidden in the elevator, and he's trying to ride this one all the way to the top. It's Kerrigan looking for the last man at long, Blame F all alone, and he's getting pressured, he's getting shut down, and it's Mouse to find the pistol. Now, this is getting some very similar vibes, Hugo.
Kerrigan's watching from the long side Cole. They're not going to drop into sport. They're just going to fully commit to this cat cross, and the smoke's actually cut out Woxic. He's close to the scout. This is not where you want to be, because he's likely not going to be able to get more than 1 from this position before the trade comes in. Plant available. Missed shot. Woxic running out of chances, and Rush will remove him from the round.
So if you remember, back on Inferno, this is what happened. The Force was stolen away by Complexity. And here, on Dust 2, you don't believe your eyes, but the Force Spy has been stolen away. You can't recognize it. Don't know why you wouldn't be able to. It still looks pretty much the same as it always has.
Yeah. And Poison has the cross covered. He's going to try and kill Config here. He knows he's behind blue. Kerrigan not wanting to rush, drops back in the pit. Config takes him down, and now this scout might come and peek the AWP. That would be a big mistake. Config might bring the fight to him instead. Quick Molotov over the top. There's the AWP. Hits the tag. Woxic getting chased, and he won't escape. Not this time. Not alive. Poison moving up towards A and Complexity. The full entourage of T's, 3 of them, trying to take this site.
Oh, and it's Config to open up. Man advantage taken now for Complexity, and Blame F even removing Chris J. Rops left in a 1v4, and he's looking like he wants to save us if you're Mousesports. There is no room for error at this point in time, and Complexity, they're not making any. Blame F is even ready and waiting in T-spawn. That's worse than just one problem.
Yeah, double the problem and half the solution, Harry. They also have no time to deal with it. This is a maths problem, and Mousesports, I don't know if they brought their calculators. Quick kills out long. Woxic, he's still here, but so with the scope of Poison. Oh, a missed shot. Woxic, he is on a timer, and Poison, he'll turn the clock off. Quickly deals with him. 4 on 2 as Complexity move up towards this A site. This long position has been so good for them in this game. Mousesports have not stopped it once. Rops is here. He's behind the smoke. He can go through. Config's looking deep past it, and Rops has a window. Rops has a gap. No one's watching this, and Rops could shut down this entire round on his own.
Ooh, Rops, come on, man, let's get it. 1v4, and he's opened up with 1. They've left the bomb. They've left the bomb. Oh no, Rops is sticking it. They jump up, but the shots are missing. Rops has got the defuse, and no one gets him off of it in time. Just long this game out, right? You've got the cash. It's going to be a grind for Mousesports. Let's see if they're up to the challenge. Frozen flashed in, but not able to get a kill. This A site now belongs to Complexity. And once again, it's Mouse tasked with a retake up against overwhelming odds. And Obo, making matters even worse, single-handedly lays down the pain, even drops Config. So he's on 3 kills in this round, but only 2 of them on the enemy. Robs does get taken care of, and this was looking like maybe Mousesports could have found something, but now it falls onto Chris J alone with the Deagle, attempts the jump shot now. Obo, 4 kills in the round, 3 of them onto Mousesports, the other one onto Config.
Is here, quick trade, Config with a kill. One more man in the site, not for long. Obo's dropped in from the tunnel side, and now it is just a bomb part for Complexity. Mousesports 3 up, trying to play, trying to fight for survival.
Yeah, they do deal with Blame F down in mid, and they spot Obo in the lower tunnels. 2 players now for Complexity getting caught trying to retreat into safer angles. Poison, miss flick, and doesn't connect it the second time around. It falls onto Config, but he's closed in the doors. And now Config on Frozen, 1v1, time ticking away, and it's Config to swing wide and solidify the 2-0 victory here for Complexity. They take it to Mousesports on Dust 2, a home map for the Mouse side, and they barely break a sweat.